Yo, what's up, guys? We are going to find some bets for tomorrow. We got baseball, and most importantly, we have March Madness. So, I don't know, man. Going to be some crazy games, but let's kind of start out. Let's look for some plays. Curry, Clay both went under today. We also had we had a win on Underdog Fantasy, also Dabble. We have some slips open as well. So this slip won on Underdog Fantasy. Let's go. So it was a pretty good live stream overall. And then we also had this win on Dabble. So we had 2 3-pick entries win, which, I mean, I'll take it. But we should look for some bets for tomorrow. That seems like the right thing to do. So what book do people want to start on? Anyone have opinions? Anyone have any opinions? Shoot, man. What book do we want to start on? Should we do a Fliff play or should we do a PrizePicks play? Anyways, maybe we start out. Boy. Oh, boy. So the first play, I mean, it's available on Fliff. We did lose our college basketball to play today on Fliff, but anyways, let's head over to college basketball. So this is for the San Diego State game. So the second game tomorrow is we have Darian Tremmel under 3.5 assists. In case you're unaware, this is bullshit. The NCAA is trying to ban player props. All other sports should want it too. Who the fuck are you, bro? But anyways, the first play available that seems like at a solid value is Darian Tremmel under 3.5 assists. So we have some PrizePicks slips. These are from the stream that are looking halfway decent for tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a big day for us. But if you go over to the San Diego State game, again, all this tool does is, you know, just kind of like point out value in the market. So if you look at the San Diego State game, as long as these sportsbooks have college basketball player props, we will be betting this shit. So we have Darian Tremmel. You can see here, like, FanDuel has his under favored, minus 125 favorite. If you actually take a look at the odds, you know, there's a bunch of sportsbooks. All the sportsbooks, you know, at least for March Madness, a lot of these books, they usually don't post college basketball odds, but, you know, San Diego State, I mean, pretty crazy, honestly. A little surprising. They're 11-point underdogs. 11-point underdogs. I mean, Connecticut was only a 13.5-point favorite against Northwestern. I mean, they covered, but you can see here, Pinnacle too. They have the under 3.5 assists as a minus 133 favorite. So all these books are kind of data points. Even if you're only betting on Fliff, you want to know where are other books posting their odds. Fliff has his over as a big favorite, minus 355. So they're giving you a really good price on the under. So this can be the first play we lock in for tomorrow on Fliff. Darian Tremmel under 3.5 assists. And there's some other Fliff plays, but honestly, let's do a PrizePicks play. So let's run a PrizePicks play first, and hopefully we can find some good value on PrizePicks. People fine with doing a PrizePicks play, or we could also start out on Underdog Fantasy. So there's actually one play I'm pretty attracted to. On Underdog Fantasy, there's some good plays for tomorrow. So Fliff, we hit this for 250. And this is at minus 105 odds. And this is live stream 116. So again, all the live stream plays are just tracked in the sheet in the description on YouTube. But take a look at this first play. So let's take advantage of Underdog Fantasy while they have some value. We already have some plays open from the previous live stream for tomorrow. Or that's not for tomorrow, but some of these plays are for tomorrow. Kevin Durant promo on Underdog from a few days back. We've been locking in these Underdog Fantasy plays like fucking crazy. But let's see what we got. Damn. So what do we want to look at? We want to look at Underdog. And the first play is Terrence Shannon under 28.5 PRAs. So what we can do is we can just kind of pull it up. Again, I say this all the time, but like, you know, there's so many lines available kind of on Underdog. Like, there's so much crap we can bet. They always have tens of thousands of lines up. Kind of like the first step is just being like, okay, which plays actually have an edge? Which plays, you know, where are we getting value in the market? So if you look at Terrence Shannon, Underdog has his line at 28.5. All these other books, you know, have his line at 27.5. Other fantasy sites like PrizePicks, Dabble, whatever, Fliff and DraftKings and Betano, so sportsbooks, they actually, first of all, they have his line lower at 27.5, but they also have the under favored or the under juiced. Like you can see DraftKings has the under 27.5 as a minus 120 favorite. So this play seems solid. Then we have an esports play. So sometimes these underdog fantasy plays, I mean, we include all sorts of shit in our slips. Because again, they give you really good payouts on 3-pick entries. Like, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So, what is this? This is actually Valorant. But what I was going to say is, like, you know, let's go here. Let's build a little slip. Then we can go over to PrizePicks or whatever people want. PrizePicks has this guy's line at 26. PrizePicks definitely the sharper book, you know, for esports. So the other books kind of have his line at 26. I mean, it's not really showing up on the screen. Let me zoom this over a bit. Well, whatever. They have his line at 26 on PrizePicks. Underdog Fantasy, T-Dog. What a name. They have his line at 24, so we want to be on this over. And then we got a golf play. So there's 3 picks with value. Again, the goal is every single play on PrizePicks. You can kind of point to it. Danielle Collins. So you can see here, T-Dog, PrizePicks has his line at 26, right? Underdog lower at 24. Even if you only use Underdog, that's information. You know you have PrizePicks, a sharper book. They have his line 2 points higher. So this is going to be the play I lock in. Hopefully they don't bump it. And if they do bump it, we'll have to go over to PrizePicks. But if you want to lock it in, lock it in. I try to give people a little bit of time to bet it if you want to tail. Because sometimes they just move this. They move it. Bro, are you fucking kidding me, Underdog? So you can see they already removed the T-Dog play. I mean, they just grayed it out, so I assume it's not going to be available anymore once I refresh. So sometimes I think it's just like people betting it ahead of us. I mean, like on the stream, like if someone locks it in, I don't know, maybe once a certain amount of people lock it in, they end up just removing it. But what I was going to say is, tomorrow's going to be crazy. We got baseball. We got kind of everything back in full force. But let's see what else we have. NC State versus Marquette. Sheesh, we got another college basketball play. Under 23.5 PRs. So where are you, baby? They already bumped him down. And they already bumped the golf play. Honestly, I'm going to move on from Underdog. I think this play's good if you find something and you're able to lock it in, but I don't want to just like waste time if they're going to end up bumping everything on us, man. So let's get rid of FanDuel for a sec. Also, RJ, I do like this play too. RJ Davis under 23.5 points. I do love fading RJ Davis. It's worked out for us this season if you've been on these streams. We faded RJ Davis a few times. But we have RJ Davis under 23.5 points. Where are you, baby boy? Under 23.5 points. So you can see this play, like all the books, FanDuel, you know, they're the most aggressive on his under. So FanDuel has his under 23.5 as a minus 158 favorite. Fliff, minus 140, minus 135 on these books. So all these books have slightly different odds. They're all taking slightly different bets, slightly different models, whatever. But again, they're all data points on like, okay, telling us, hey, RJ Davis is more likely. The favored outcome is his under. And on Underdog, we take his over or his under. We're getting the same payout regardless. So the under is the play we want to be on. But we still need one final pick. And they already fucking bumped some of this stuff on us. So what we can do is we can just venture to an esports play. Like we have 2 picks. And they already bumped. Oh, my God. Fuck Underdog. So, screw Underdog Fantasy for now. I just wasted everyone's life looking at Underdog Fantasy. But what did I want to say? There are some plays on PrizePicks. So, let's just do a PrizePicks slip. Let's do a PrizePicks slip while we're here. So, we'll do a PrizePicks slip. Unless anyone's opposed to that. So, let's do a PrizePicks slip. So, what do we already have on Fliff? Let's go back here. So on Fliff, we're on Darian under 3.5. Under 3.5 assists. Okay, cool. And what we want to do is build a PrizePicks slip. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what we have here. And let's kind of build a slip. So you Darvish over 5.5 strikeouts. I mean, maybe a little bit of value. You can kind of see all the books have his over heavily favored, but let's see what else is available. What else is available, you know, kind of on PrizePicks? And let's build a slip on PrizePicks real quickly for tomorrow. Again, we have a ton of games tomorrow, so it's going to be a crazy, crazy day. We just got to find some stuff that we want to lock in. What the fuck, man? So what we can do is, let's just build this quickly. Anyways, I'm not trying to waste people's time. So again, like on these streams too, I try to focus on the main books, FanDuel, DraftKings, whatever. But there's good bets on like ESPN Bet. A lot of these other sports books, ESPN Bet, you know, oftentimes has pretty good value. Just not as popular, and I have pretty low betting limits on ESPN, so I don't even really bother with it as much. But let's build a PrizePicks slip, and hopefully, you know, we're able to find some plays on PrizePicks that we want to lock in. I feel like there were more plays earlier, but I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking crazy here. So this play, Brooke Lopez over 1.5 threes, whatever. So we may end up doing a lot of esports on this stream because there are a lot of esports line discrepancies on PrizePicks right now that we can kind of take a look at. Which honestly, I mean, hopefully we can find some baseball plays and stuff like that popping up, but sometimes late at night, like PrizePicks, they just sweep the board and they seem to get rid of a lot of the value. And of course, I'm never going to like force a bet on these live streams. If there's something I don't really like, I'm not going to lock it in. But anyways, we'll start out on esports. And what's nice about esports is it's just consistent. Like there's so many games every single day. These esports guys go hard, right? So like Underdog Fantasy, I mean, there's thousands of... So now they moved RJ Davis back to 23.5. It's like, what are you guys doing? They bump him down to 22.5. Now they put him back to 23.5. They're being fucking teases here. And let's see if we can actually lock something in. So we have Cam Spencer under 18.5 PRs. I mean, this would be a full college basketball... Fuck, I've had to sneeze for a while now. But, wow. Let's see what we have here. So we have RJ Davis is under. Okay. Aaron Estrada over 20.5 PRs. Where is this beauty? Over 20.5 points plus rebounds. Where is this play? I don't even see a points plus rebounds play. Points plus rebounds. Damn, they already bumped him up to 21.5. So it's like, yo, what are you guys doing? I feel like they're just bumping these lines around constantly. RJ Davis, he goes down to 22.5. Now he's back to 23.5. But on the bright side, there is some, you know, solid esports value that we can take a look at. So like this, again, like Underdog has really good payouts for these 3-pick entries. They're giving us a 6x payout. PrizePicks, they're assholes. They only give you a 5x payout. So that's why I play a lot of these 3-pick entries on, you know, Underdog, because they give you pretty good payouts. But you can see PrizePicks, other books have his line at 16.5. So it's like, okay, Underdog, for whatever reason, all these books set their own lines. The market's super fragmented. They have his line too high at 18. We want to be on the under, and this is the play we want to be on. So let's lock it in. And there we go. We have our first play on Underdog Fantasy for this stream. So just a full fade slip. But let's go back to PrizePicks. I mean, dude, there were some plays on PrizePicks. Why do they have to bump this shit, man? But anyways, we'll be able to lock something in. There's also some more value on Fliff that we can kind of take a look at. So you can see this first play. So we have this play on you Darvish. Ooh, baby. So we got you Darvish over 5.5 Ks. So let's start out here. Well, actually, I need to go back here. So we wanted this player over 23.5. Then we'll switch over to the MLB. And we'll go to our boy you Darvish over 5.5 strikeouts. So we're going to take his regular line. Obviously, this is data from last season. I don't know. Looks like he didn't go over 5, but he's had a lot of rest. You know, he's had the whole off season. But you can see here this play on SAD. PrizePicks opens his line at 23.5. All the other books 26 or 26.5. So like, you kind of treat all these books in a very fragmented market as, okay, this book, they're taking all these bets. They have a lot of information. All these books are really good at setting lines. They're all setting them at 26, values on the over. That's the play we want to be on. But we still need to find some other picks to go with on PrizePicks. I feel like there were some soccer plays, so I'm not sure why I don't see this shit. I saw some soccer plays earlier. But regardless, let's see what else we have. So we got 2 picks, but on PrizePicks, you really want to make a 5-pick entry. That's like the optimal slip type. So Brooke Lopez over 1.5 threes, meh. Okay, we have this tennis match, but it's not like crazy value. So let's go back here and let's see what else we have. Because we got 2 picks, but we want to run. What we really want to run is we want to run a flex play, a 5-pick flex play. So we got our boy Sad over 23.5. And just kind of taking advantage of this esports value, I guess, for now. And then we'll go back to Fliff and hopefully lock in some plays. And then hopefully PrizePicks post more NBA lines for tomorrow and we're able to get in some more NBA plays. Because I swear, right before I started this stream, there was a ton of value. Now it just kind of seems like it evaporated. It's like they knew I was starting up the stream. But anyways, you go here. It's like the same concept. Swizz. You take a look at his line. PrizePicks has him at 25.5. Underdog ParlayPlay, 2 data points, 27.5. Hot Streak, they have variable pricing. So you can see, first of all, they have his line 4 points higher than PrizePicks at 29.5. So obviously they think Swizz at over 25.5 would be a slam dunk. But they also have his over favored. They have his over, more juice towards the over, minus 156. So they actually have his over favored. So Hot Streak is a sports book. They take a ton of esports bets. And again, I would have loved to get some MLB in this shit. But it seems like these books are pretty dialed in right now. I mean, they've had a few days to set lines. So, not that surprising. But we can find another couple, are you fucking kidding me, bro? So PrizePicks already bumped up Sad to 24.5. Regardless, we'll be able to get in some plays. So we got Gimme over 26.5. Dude, fucking PrizePicks, man. And then, so they already bumped this play up to 24.5. I mean, you're still getting value, right? They had his line at 23.5. All the other books are at 26.5. But some of the value goes away, and it just kind of feels kind of, shitty to bet. So what we can do is, in CS2 in general, it's a little different than League of Legends. You can't take players on the same team in the same slip. But you can take players on opposing teams. So like these 2 players, they're on opposing teams, Monte and, Batera. So if the game goes on longer in CS2, then they're both more likely to go over. So it actually makes sense in CS2, not League of Legends. League of Legends is different. Players on opposing teams, 1 over, 1 under, you get a little bit of correlation. But in CS2, it's, 2 players on the same team, both to go over. But why did this value have to fucking dry up? Why do they have to bump this shit on us? But anyways, no need to complain. No need to complain, man. So we got in this on Underdog Fantasy. Okay, so let me just make sure to add this to the tracking sheet. Again, all the plays are just tracked in the tracking sheet in the description on YouTube. But let me just, before I forget, make sure to add this in. So we got RJ Davis under 23.5 points. Under 18 map 1-2 headshots. And then we got Terrence Shannon Jr. under 28.5 PRAs. And again, too, there's some good promos on the sports books. If you haven't already taken advantage of them. I mean, I discussed them in the last stream, but you can see here, this sports book better. They have Valdez's line down at 0.5 strikeouts. So basically a free square. It's only a max of $10. But yeah, there's some plays like that there's some good promos on these sports books. Sleeper also has a promo on Zach Gallen, but regardless. So let's put in kind of more of these books, and we got to find some fucking value, man. We got to be able to find some value. So it seems like FanDuel is kind of the book with a lot of value right now. But regardless, we got 4 plays on PrizePicks. Let's kind of finish out this slip. and find at least one PrizePicks slip that we can go with. So I mean, I don't mind this play on Brook Lopez. Over 1.5 made threes. You can see already, too, 1.4K people have bet it. So we have Brook Lopez over 1.5 made threes. He's gone over, 4 out of the past 5 games. He didn't go over last game. But if you just look at FanDuel, kind of all the sports books, where do they have his line? So let's kind of see FanDuel, and let's go to the Bucks game. Why am I saying Hawks, man? I think I just read that. But if you go to player threes, where are you? Player threes, you can see here they have Brook Lopez. His over is a minus 140 favorite. Unders plus 110. So his over is heavily favored on these books. So it's like, okay, most of these books have his over heavily favored. It's like, doesn't seem like a horrible play to go with for kind of the fifth pick in our flex play. Again, it would have been nice to have more MLB. There was more value earlier, but they kind of trimmed it fucking down, so that's annoying. And I hate when I get on these live streams and they start bumping plays immediately. But anyways, let's go here, and then let me lock in a couple of Fliff plays, and then we'll call it a day. It's a huge day tomorrow. I want to make sure I get some rest. I'm going to be streaming a lot of the day. There will be a ton of value. MLB is back, baby. Yes, it is. So anyways, the link's in the chat if you want to tail it. Link's in the chat. Fuck Halliburton. Yeah, I mean, Tyrese Halliburton, too. Like, bro, that sleeper discount, it's like, are you serious, man? Super frustrating. Because we paired him with Curry, and then Halliburton over 8.5 assists. It's like, come on, guys. 5 assists? It's Tyrese Halliburton we're talking about. But anyways, the link's in the chat. Those sleeper discounts, they dropping promos tomorrow for it. So yeah, apparently Sleeper's running some more promos tomorrow. Underdog is tripping. Yeah, Underdog's bullshit, man. It's just frustrating. It's always on these streams too. It's just like they seem to bump this shit so fucking fast. I think it's because a lot of people are betting the same thing at once, but anyways. Honestly, man, let's go over to Fliff. Because there was one more play that I saw on Fliff that I actually kind of want to lock in. And then we can move on to tomorrow. Because tomorrow, I mean, if you were on the live stream earlier, there was a ton of value. As lineups start to come out, sometimes late at night, it's a little bit slower. Most books haven't posted odds yet or the full amount of lines for tomorrow. And also, you don't know lineups, injuries, who's going to be playing, who's not going to be playing. So what games do we have tomorrow? So we actually have the first game of the day, the Clemson game. And I've said this before, but all these sports books, within the past couple of years, they started to offer these alternate totals. Some books have been offering them a while, but like Fliff, all these books like alternate totals. And sometimes there's better value on these alt plays as opposed to the mainline plays. Sometimes you can find better value, bigger discrepancies. So if you just look at FanDuel, again, this betting tool, this fantasy optimizer on OddsJam, it's just pointing out discrepancies. Pretty simple. Like scan the millions of odds across books, point out value, point out discrepancies. So if you look at FanDuel, kind of these other books, so we're getting the over 159.5. It's only plus 172. Right? Plus 172, minus 220. So sure, they have a lot of juice in their market, almost a 50-cent spread. But if you remove the juice, plus 172, minus 220, like all these books, they bake in the VIG, a spread into their market, plus 172, minus 220, so a 50-cent spread. So if you just remove the VIG, you get plus 187. That's like the true odds, according to FanDuel, with the VIG removed. So I mean, obviously it's a bit of a long shot, but plus 210 seems like, good enough value that we got to take advantage of. And again, FanDuel has a ton of value on these college basketball player props, but most people can't play FanDuel college basketball player props, so we'll kind of skip that over for a sec. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a little bit dry. So I'm going to call it a day for now. Hopefully, I mean, at least we got in a couple plays. We got in a PrizePick slip. We got in an underdog slip and then 2 Fliff plays. Sorry it wasn't a super long live stream. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming a lot more, and there will be a ton of fucking bets. So I'd rather not waste anyone's time tonight. So have a great